Hey, and welcome to Story Time with Pumpkin. I thought it would be great to tell you a story that actually has to do with my life today. Something that Jack did a long time ago, and it's still impacting our life. About 4 years ago, me and Jack went to Texas to visit my family. And they live on a farm, and they have chickens, donkeys, horses, all kinds of things. Jack saw how cool it was to have chickens. And I was like, I would really love to have chickens one day. I just really would. And he was like, yeah, me too. I'd say a day after, I'm pretty sure that we got back from Texas, I had to go to work. I was a server at a restaurant. Well, I then get a message while at work. A picture message. Guess what was in that picture message? It was a picture of 6 cute little chickens. And they were so cute. And all I thought was, wow. Let me just explain where we live. We live in a neighborhood in the city where it is not legal to have chickens as pets. I don't know what possessed him. As they got bigger, we couldn't keep them in the house. So he decides in our backyard to build a chicken coop that everyone can see. You're not afraid of anyone seeing these chickens? And he's like, it'll be fine. Nobody's gonna see him. I mean, he didn't even put up like a barrier, like a wall barrier to where no one could see the chickens, which he did a very good job on that chicken pen, might I add. It was very, very well put together. It was probably a year into owning these chickens. Surprise! I get a knock on the door from the cops. He asks me in this way of, do you have chickens? And I was like, yes. I mean, I was scared to death because I knew this moment was going to happen. Well, you can't have chickens. I was like, I know. It wasn't my idea. Yeah, totally threw Jack under the bus because he freaking deserved it. Yes, it was his idea. He wanted these chickens. He's going to be heartbroken that he has to get rid of them, but I understand it's illegal to have them in the city, okay? I understand that. Just have them gone by the end of the week. And I said, done. We'll get it done. Okay. And Jack was really, really upset about this. He really took it to heart because he loved them. I love them too. There's something about chickens that's just really cool. Fast forward to about 2 weeks ago, we got a note on our door. The chickens have been gone 2 years now. God, I shouldn't have eaten mashed potatoes earlier. I can't think clear. Mashed potatoes fog my mind and they hurt my stomach, but they're so good. We get a note on the door that says, white tame chicken is at this address, and it's the street over from ours. And they put a number down and their name. I then proceed to call this number. So I call them and I'm like, hey, left a message. Yes, we used to have chickens, but that was a long time ago. We've gotten rid of them. We know exactly where they're at. That white chicken that you have in your yard is not ours. So I leave this message and then I leave my number. I didn't hear from them again until today. And I didn't really hear from them, but a cop showed up. Yeah. How many of you can say that cops have showed up asking you about chickens? Okay. Not too many, I'm sure. That's why this is story time. The cop shows up and says, hey, do you have any chickens? And I said, no, we don't have chickens. And he goes, well, there's a white chicken that is, on this other road. They seem to think it's yours. And I was like, no, I even called the note they left on my door and told them it's not our chicken. We know where our chickens are. We know. We didn't miscount because one, decided to backpack it all the way back home. That would be one epic chicken if it could find its way all the way back here. I mean, to be one road over, I'd be like, I'm proud of you, bro. You came so close. So he asked if he can look around the house, and I told him, absolutely. We have no chickens. You can look inside our house. You can look in the garage and the attic. You can look outside. You can look anywhere. You wouldn't find any. That's what I'm trying to say. He looks around, actually just the outside of our house. But he went around and he just left. No big deal. He was nice. I just would love to ask the cop, what do you think about these chicken investigations that you go on? I again had to go out to some stupid chicken person's house. When am I going to get the real crime investigation whatevers? I then decide to call these neighbors of ours, these friendly neighbors, and again say, look, I told you, I thought clearly in the message that we do not have chickens. But thank you for being so neighborly and sending a cop out here instead of just calling me back and discussing it with me. I don't care if the cops come over, but really, why make a situation uncomfortable? And of course, wow, that really looks good to the neighbors. Oh yeah, look. The cops are there again. I wonder what kind of drugs and problems they're getting into. Nope, sorry guys, it's just chicken problems. Yet again. So I call this number and I leave that message. And the number calls me back. The number was not our neighbor's number. It's somebody that doesn't even live in the town we live in. I proceed to overly apologize and tell him, wow, I'm sure that was a really weird message, that you got about chickens. And he was really cool and just was understanding. And, he said, well, maybe, they got the numbers mixed up whenever they wrote down their number. And now I can kind of see why they would call the cops, because in their minds, we never called them back. So they're thinking we're ignoring them or whatever. I'm actually thinking about going over to their house because I tried to look up these people and telling them, what's going on. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say something, but it's not very smart. Sorry, I kind of look like a wreck. This is one of those, I'm trying to look pretty, but I also don't give a shit days. Don't even care. I just had to tell this story because it's just too epic. So, if you liked this story time and you'd like to have more story time, I'm new to this. If you liked this chicken story, just click that little likey button down below and please subscribe if you haven't already. Also, there's an address down below if you ever want to send us anything. I don't know what you'd send us, but I just thought, why not? I'll just be weird. Leave a comment below if you have any suggestions for further story times or videos you'd like us to do, me and Jack. Also, if you have any chicken or crazy animal stories, please comment below. I think it would be awesome to see your stories. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you later.